It's a huge honor to be here in one of the greatest cities in the world, in one of the most beautiful venues ever, and I'm going to show you the grossest code you've ever seen. So before we get going too fast, I just have to say that I love JavaScript. It is my favorite language. I've been working with it for years. It's got a few edge cases.
Hey, what's up guys? I hope you all are having a great day. Welcome to this brand new episode of our channel, and this is going to be an experimental video for my channel, because if you are following me then you know I usually make tutorial video, but today I'll go with something different because I want to share some experience with JavaScript. I have recently finished my 1 year journey with JavaScript, professionally. I mean, I have been learning since 2018, but this time I took a different step towards JavaScript. This is what I'm gonna share with you. I guess this podcast gonna work out because this is experimental for me, and I'm not quite sure or certain about the outcome of it. So let's see what happens. Before I start the video, I want to clear out few things. Like I'm not pro in JavaScript. Like I'm in a intermediate level, I guess, not in professional level. I do know React Native, Node.js, Next.js, lot of things, but still I feel like there is a lot to learn, and from that prospect I would say I have a good experience, working experience you can say, with JavaScript, but I guess there are many more paths to go. But still I'm gonna share with you a few things that I was thinking about sharing. If you are a beginner, you want to learn JavaScript, this thing's gonna help you a lot. So yeah, let's jump into that. And one more thing, I hope you all are great. Like, it's been a long time I'm not making videos because I'm a little bit busy with other things, and I want to make something different, like apart from tutorial. Of course I'm gonna continue making tutorials, that's completely okay, but apart from that I have few other things on my mind. I'm just gonna try out. I don't know if it's gonna work out or not, but I'm gonna just give it a try. I think that clears my vision with this podcast series. And if you are listening to me, then you can just probably write in the comment section and share with me what's your view on this. That I'll appreciate that. So to actually tell you the journey of JavaScript, I have to take you to 2018, like when I started web development. I was not quite certain about the roadmap and all, because I didn't have much idea about what was going on. Like I knew about HTML, I knew how to make a web page, but I didn't have much idea about this JavaScript or front end, back end, all those stuffs. I mean, I used to think like only HTML can do the work. Why not? Like maybe I'm just using CSS to design, that's it. But then I thought that there had to be something to make this web page much more interactive then, and right then that JavaScript came into the picture. So it was a great experience with JavaScript, to be honest with you, because before learning JavaScript I was going with PHP and Laravel. Though back back then I didn't learn any advanced fact of JavaScript. I didn't learn any async out, anything like that. I was just going with variables, console.log, and alert, maybe a function loop, that's all. Yeah, that's standard programming stuff. When you learn a programming language, you learn all those stuffs, and that's what I did. And after that, for the sake of freelancing, I started learning PHP and Laravel, and that came into the picture quite differently, because I never thought I would learn PHP or Laravel, and I had to learn it just to implement that in my client project, and somehow I did that. Not very advanced, I'm not a very advanced PHP or Laravel developer, but I can make the work done. Yeah, after that I continue that journey. I did continue till 2019, the journey with PHP and Laravel. Then again I wanted to learn React and because it was quite trending on the market. Like every time you open YouTube, everyone is saying React is cool, React is great, learn React, get projects, all that stuff. So I wanted to learn it, but and I thought my JavaScript knowledge is okay, so I can continue with React. But when I started learning React, it was a nightmare. I didn't even understand the folder structure. So yeah, that was tough back then. So again, that time I just did continue all the projects with WordPress or HTML, or I used to just download templates and implement with Laravel. That's all. And I actually didn't understand why I am not understanding React. So to perceive that situation, what I had to do, I actually had to learn HTML CSS again, because my knowledge was okay but not enough to do something just by my own. So after 2 years I again learned HTML CSS and Bootstrap and built some front-end templates in 2019. Then I actually again started learning React, and I have to thank Net Ninja for that. And his React JS playlist actually made it very easy for me. So in 2020, early 2020, I actually learned React JS again from the scratch. So that time I did understand a little bit of it, but not everything. I mean, the JavaScript part was little bit confusing for me, but JSX syntax and all that, CSS, everything was quite cool that time. So I thought it's a problem of JavaScript then. So then I started learning JavaScript again, 2020. This time again I have to thank Net Ninja, his modern JavaScript playlist that helped me a lot. And so yeah, that was a cool experience. So then I learned JavaScript, and that time React was completely just what can I say, completely it couldn't be much more easier. So it was very easy for me. So yeah, just like that, I did continue the journey of JavaScript and React for a few time, like 6 months I was building a lot of projects, and I was making my concept of React much more advanced, I mean much more stronger, I guess. Yeah. So during that time I did move to functional component from class component, and after that I uh, started learning about hooks. I started building my own hooks, custom hooks. So all of that stuff that did happen during that time. And but still I it was getting a little bit boring, I guess, like just continuing React, nothing more. So I wanted to learn Node.js, but suddenly that time I decided to do something different as always. So I got into mobile development. I learned React Native, and that was a quite refreshing moment, because I had an experience of React, and learning React Native was easier, absolutely easier, because I already had quite decent React JS experience, I would say. So yeah, for 2 months I guess I learned React Native and built some projects during that time. Lot of complex project actually. Yeah, but and that did work fine. Obviously I built 2 or 3 applications, I guess, and I thought I am prepared for a job interview after that. And I did go for interview, and it didn't work for one thing, and that was state management. I was sad during that time. Like, I have knowledge of JavaScript, I have knowledge of React JS, React Native, but it didn't work out just for state management. So it was hurtful. So I learned state management. I learned context API, though I didn't go for Redux. That was much more tough, I guess, for me during that time. So I learned context API. It took me, I guess, 15 days. I was like, shit, I should have learned it before. And though okay, I learned it, and after that I also learned Redux. I built some projects, small projects, not very complex project. But yes, I actually made myself quite comfortable with all these things, and I was quite familiar with all this ecosystem to with this ecosystem of React, if I can say that. So it worked. It finally kind of worked for me, and then it's 2021. I built a very complex software with my own algorithm. I am quite proud of that. Like, I built a stock management system, and I know that's something you built in your early career with admin panel and all, with what can I say, Laravel and all, PHP, MySQL. But I wanted to do it in a different manner, so I went with JavaScript and actually React, to be more precise. And for backend, I did use Firebase for first, and for a few server-side code, I had to use Node.js. And yes, that time Node.js actually came into the picture, and it wasn't tough for me to learn, as I already had a good experience in JavaScript, so it was quite okay to continue with Node.js. And I was happy, kind of I learned everything I wanted to learn. But while I was learning all of this, I kind of lost my what can I say, interest in jobs. And because I did take a job after learning JavaScript and React, especially after learning this context API. I got a job and it didn't work out, kind of, and somehow I realized I'm not mentally prepared for a job right now. So yeah, I didn't go for that, and I was doing freelancing and all of my other stuff. So that was, I guess, all the things I did with JavaScript, and I think that covers all the things I have with JavaScript. But now, if I have to give you a suggestion, about JavaScript or React, I would say just continue learning. it's it's quite popular in the market. I don't know if you are gonna like it or not. I have no idea about your choice, but you're gonna get a lot of projects, I can tell you that. I mean, right now React is quite popular in the market, I have to say that. Whatever, so that was my journey with JavaScript. My experience is still in an intermediate level. So if I ever get a chance to take myself to advanced level, I will again share some other experience with it. And one thing I can say, if you are in a beginner level and you want to make yourself strong enough with JavaScript, then you have only one way for that. You have to practice. Just practice. There is no other way of doing it. If you can practice it, if you can build project, there is no shortcut for it, I guess. Yeah, apart from that, I would like to finish it here, I guess. Yes, we have discussed about everything we needed to discuss, and let me know in the comment section what you think about this, what can I say, podcast. This new experimental video as a podcast. And if you think this is just little bit helpful for you, then I'm gonna continue making podcast videos, once in a week, I guess, that I can do. So one last thing I would like to say, that is, before end this video, before end this podcast, I would like to say that JavaScript is a diversified area, to be honest. If you're learning JavaScript, only learning JavaScript is not going to help you much. I can tell you from my experience. You have to be comfortable with its library or frameworks it is offering you. It could be, it can be React, it can be Vue, it can be Angular, whatever is your choice. And if you want to go with backend, go with Node.js, no issue with that. You can also do that. There are a lot more other options as well. So yeah, you can consider whatever is your choice, but only learning JavaScript is not going to help you much. And my experience during that time, that was really great experience, which was using React was a life-changing thing for me. Like, building website with HTML, CSS and JavaScript is good, but once you use React with it, it's like really powerful, I have to say that. I mean, you might not find it at first, but once you use React and you come back in an HTML project, you will be like, shit, I'm like 100 years ago. So yeah, that's all. And before I end this video, I just have one request for you. My channel is new here, so your support is quite required to be honest. And subscribe if you are new here, and let me know in the comment section if you have another idea, you know, about my channel. If you have any project idea, if you want me to make any videos or tutorials, you can let me know in the comment section. And if you haven't checked out my channel, you can check it out. I have lots of tutorials. Those are gonna help you a lot, I guess. And yeah, you can also reach me out through Instagram or email. You will get all those links in description, so feel free to check that out as well. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section, and if this is not up to the mark, next time I'll try to make it a little bit better than this time. So as I'm quite new here. So yeah, that's it, that's all. I'm gonna wrap up the session here, and stay safe. Bye, see you soon.